This video that I'm currently editing, this is me in the future. This is future Shanique. I am currently in the process, as you can tell, I'm currently in the process of moving. Moving is always a rewarding feeling after all that little hard work. You get to relax and just rest in your room and lay down and just sprawl out like a starfish. It's amazing. But yeah, kitchen stuff, bathroom stuff, living room space, closet space, all of that. We're just getting settled in. So this video has been delayed about like a week, but the reason is because I'm in the process of moving, and that's why this video has been delayed. Lately, I've been just feeling like very intentional about where I place my focus in life, because it always tends to expand. Like anything you place your focus in, harness your energy on, it always ends up like blossoming. And obviously, like that saying, you know, energy flows where focus goes. It's so true. But I feel like anything I've been focusing on this year, like internally, like in my mind, it'll manifest externally like that. And I feel like it's also too like the energy of this year. If you're into numerology, we're in the year number 8, and 8 is about abundance for literally everybody. Everybody's going to manifest some type of abundance in some different way for themselves. And it's my personal year number 7, which is about spirituality and more so like self-development and growth. This year's going to change my life, but I already feel that abundance manifesting now. A big part of this year, I just want you, okay. Okay. Let's start off by saying this, okay? So I'm not a manifestation guru. Oh no, that's for the other video. Anyway, I just love what's been going on lately in life, and I really do feel like this is kind of like a clip of me venting, but I really do feel like it's because I've tapped more into my feminine energy. And what I didn't get to say in this video that I get to say now is that to kind of really go deep into what this means of like the whole entice things to you, using that more feminine energy, you know, using that right side of your brain than the left. Let me break it down to you like this so that all of you guys can understand. You want to attract something. You want to manifest something, right? You want to bring something into your life. You want to have something. Not only do you want it, but you damn near need it, right? Let's say instead of you taking that instant reaction to take action towards something, and by taking action, I mean not only putting yourself in a position to attract opportunity, but also actively nudging and actively trying to bring it towards you. That's more so taking action. You're also seeking opportunity and trying to grab it, which can kind of get tricky because sometimes the first opportunity we see, we want to grab because of that instant gratification. But that's a whole different topic. That's more so taking action. I'll call it taking movement towards something is different than taking action. I just explained action. Let me explain to you movement. Taking movement would be a way to describe feminine energy, which is more so moving yourself, right? It's putting yourself in the place of this opportunity, right? They're both the same. You're going to put yourself in a place of opportunity, because it's like dumb to say, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, but you're not filming videos and putting yourself out there. That makes no sense. So that movement is you, like, you know, moving energy. You want to move energy towards your YouTube channel. You want to post videos. You want to attract all of those subscribers that you would like. Me personally, I'm global. I want everybody from around the world. Whatever you want to attract, you'll attract. Taking movement, that is very necessary for anything in life that you want to attract. But the difference with taking movement than action is once you place yourself in a position for that opportunity, you just leave it there and let it come to you. Instead of, let's say, I post YouTube videos, instead of me actively saying, hey guys, subscribe, please subscribe, you know, I feel like for me, that feels like when I watch videos and people do that, it makes me not want to subscribe, because it feels like you're just it feels like a money grab in a sense, because there's a fine line with content now between like people who are doing it for just money and people who like, yeah, they want to pay their bills, but they also have a passion for it. So I feel like that's how I explain masculine energy, and it doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody can work in that action. Masculine energy is also actively pursuing something after you made that movement. So in this video, when you hear me say masculine and feminine, I'm referring it to masculine as action and feminine as movement. Whereas feminine energy, you take that movement, same like masculine energy, But once you move, you rest. You let energy do the rest. When you're doing something, ask yourself over and over again, even when you're taking action to do stuff, ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? What is my intention behind it? A sense of direction. You want to kind of know what you're doing, and you kind of want to you don't have to know what you're doing, but you kind of want to have a feel for your intent behind why you're doing something. I'm going to keep using me as an example with YouTube. With this YouTube channel, I started to notice that this channel started doing good once I really focused inward on what I am giving and presenting outward to you guys. If I want X amount of views, my content, my intention, my energy has to be worth X amount of views. You see what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be about the equipment, because I'm on my 2014 MacBook and I'm filming this, and I have two cameras. I have a Sony camera and a Canon camera that film full on 4K HD, but this kind of feels more organic to me. I'm using what I have, I'm using my resources. It looks kind of like, I don't know, not really vintage, but it kind of gives like a soft tone. It's not too aggressive, not too in my face, and I like it. And I'll sometimes swap B-roll with the 4K camera if I want to, but I just love the MacBook vibe. It's so cute. And ever since I've kind of chilled out and more so focused inward instead of like materialistic things, like my channel started doing well for me. So what I'm saying here is not everything has to be about your material. I noticed that once I started shifting my energy focus on why I'm doing this, like why am I producing content and who am I trying to impact, that's when this channel started doing. And I kind of downgraded my quality. Like my quality isn't 4K anymore. And like I said, I still have my cameras. I'll still use it here and there, you guys. There's people who have over 1 million views and they filmed on their iPhone or they filmed on their MacBook. You don't have to get a camera. I thought I did, and I did. And I was trying to go for all this 4K content, and that 4K Mr. Beast type of vibe isn't for everybody. Like sometimes you can just chill the fuck out, because there's people like me who watch YouTube videos, and I kind of want to see people just chill the fuck out. Like, not everything has to be so extreme. I'm having fun though, and the thing is, the first step is me taking movement towards this channel, period. So I'm taking movement, but once I started asking myself, hey Shanique, yeah, we're doing these videos, yeah, we want to impact people. This is what I said to myself. This is like my inner monologue. Let's go at it from a different approach. Let's not be too forceful with the content. Like, if the content's not good, don't post it. just so you can post every Friday. Like, no. I used to think, quantity over quality, like you want to have more and more and more. No. Once I started focusing on more quality instead of quantity, okay, the videos are doing good. Now what I had to do was ask myself, wait, why are we doing this? Then I sat back, I said, okay. I got a journal. I think I used my iPhone, and I kind of like went in my notes. I kind of journaled, okay, like what's your intention? But I like talking to my higher self, and in this guided meditation, I had asked myself, I just had a conversation with my higher self, and I had asked my higher self 3 questions that only turned into 2 because my higher self kept telling me, you already know the answers. What you have to continue to do is keep doing what you're doing, but leverage that every single day. This is what myself told myself. I think someone needed to hear that in this video too. You already have the answers, babe. Stop trying to overachieve. You have the answers. Don't overthink or second guess yourself because of somebody else's opinion. Right here. Why are you posting on your YouTube channels? What are the reasons for your YouTube channel? The intention for this channel is to help teach people the power of their mind and psychology, and teach people what it is to truly manifest. This has been the most challenging part because sometimes I feel like I have imposter syndrome, and I feel like, how can I teach other people when I haven't fully even done it myself? But this is beautiful because they'll see how I did it through my documentation. So basically I was saying how sometimes I feel like, how can I? But then I have my days where like people in like my real life, strangers even, will tell me like, yo, you have a gift, or like, yo, you're this, or yo, you're that, or like, and like it's something that I told myself, but I kind of like let it flow and like let it drift off in my mind, and people will kind of bring it back to the forefront, like, hey, don't forget this about yourself. And like, not like saying I seek attention or seek validation from people, it just happens. Take movement. This whole video is just talking about how for some people out there, if you feel like you've been taking action for most of your life and like trying to go out there and get it and it hasn't been working for you, maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe for you, you need to be a bit more effortless and take that movement, right? But that's it. Like, movement and action are different because they both involve movement, but one continues to move and continues to try, and the other one just moves and rests. Now, you guys already know I always have my script on deck. And what I have written down here in my own words is, if you're a woman or a gay/queer man, specifically a twink or a flamboyant gay, then you tend to have more feminine energy within you. Now, you don't only have to be gay to have feminine energy. There's some masculine men out there who also have more feminine energy. You kind of pick and choose what resonates with you. In this video, though, I'm going to be saying the word women, but like I said, take what resonates with you. This also can resonate for flamboyant gays, twinks, straight men as well. It doesn't really have a specific gender role, but it does cater towards more feminine energy, which in this realm resonates with women. When you tap into your feminine energy, you tend to manifest gracefully. We have been taught to mainly use masculine energy to manifest, and we've barely been taught to tap into our deep transformational feminine power. When we try to manifest by doing things that are taught in books written by masculine men, we step outside of our natural feminine energy and begin pushing and proving. While pushing yourself and setting goals works for both genders, it complements men more. And for women, it only does so much. There's so many alternatives for us women and feminine energies out there to manifest in different ways. So I did make a previous video about how setting goals is a way I'm going to tap into this year, is a way that I'm going to move throughout this year. But setting intentional goals kind of adds a bit more feminine energy for me, because doing things without really thinking through or moving within you is a more masculine trait. And that's why a lot of more masculine people can manifest things through just taking action, you know, kind of just doing things and not really having like an inwards intent behind why you're doing it. Now, to go deeper into it, everybody has an inner motive, but to have an initiative, to take initiative to do something in a more feminine, graceful way with more feminine power behind it is a bit more helpful towards people who have more feminine energy. Setting goals does work for both genders, but setting intentional goals, keyword is intentional, I do feel like it does tend to have more meaning behind it. And the word intent kind of comes from, or mainly comes from, within you. What is your deep spiritual inner motive behind why you're making such movements to do something, and have that back up your action? So to dive deeper into what are these steps, or what are the specific actions to take to move and manifest in a more feminine way that aligns with you, we're going to get into the 7 key steps for manifesting in a feminine way. Step number 1 is to be, and I will link all of my resources down in the description box below. You guys always know that I always link my resources and where I got in a lot of my information from, my studies from, where I deep dive into certain websites. So if you want to see these for yourself, they're in the description box down below. And as I read here from one of my resources down below, is to understand that you create from who you are. Instead of trying so hard to do, focus on being the clearest, most loving vessel of creation that you can become. Find your calm, still point every day from which you can create all that you need and more. You are a powerful goddess creator, and the goddess energy of creation is graceful and effortless. You have the courage to expand all that you desire and need to exist. Just make sure you are wise, loving, and bold enough to ask for that which is for your highest good. The more you embody your highest potential, the more your dreams and goals are aligned with your highest vision. A lot of times we compare ourselves to what worked for somebody else, but the most important thing for you to focus on is what works for you. We all tend to see something work for someone else and what way they did set thing to manifest or achieve a goal that they did. And so since it worked for them, we assume that it must work for us, which is a common mentality for us as human beings. I think that, and I don't want people to get confused by this video, being feminine isn't just being soft or being more graceful, dressing a certain way, speaking in a softer tone, not being too loud, because that's not feminine. What B means is to be who you are, show up exactly as you are. If you're a loud individual, if you're a flamboyant individual, if you love loud colors and you like to wear more louder, a more edgy feminine. So it doesn't really matter. There's not a specific way you need to dress or look to be feminine, is what I'm trying to get at. So don't take that the wrong way in this video. I'm talking more on an energetical aspect, less than physical. So to show up and just be who you are already as a feminine, as a woman, already will show. Everybody is different. Every feminine energy is different, but we still come from the same line, the same side. Let's get into the second key step, which is to heal. Since your state of being is so crucial to how you make things happen as a woman, it's important to pay attention to the healing of yourself. This helps you to stop putting your energy into creating things from a place of need and fear, of your fear and false desires that can drive you to trying to do things for the wrong reasons. What you really deeply want to create comes from love, not fear. Know that you have the right to be the most luminous, joyful, courageous version of yourself, and imagine how much more you can be and achieve when you're fully shining your light. This simply means that don't move out of fear. Don't manifest things from a place that isn't your highest self. A lot of times we try to rush into a manifestation, but sometimes, most of the time, really, if your manifestations are met with resistance, it's because you're not in a certain frequency or an alignment to attract set thing. You're not in harmony of who you need to be, where you need to be energetically first to attract that manifestation. And so not moving out of fear, not moving out of greed, not moving out of anger is a way for you to manifest things a lot more quicker, because when you release retention, or when you release tension energy, when you release and you're able to tap into your higher self isn't moving out of fear. Your higher self isn't moving out of anger. Your higher self isn't moving out of sadness. All of these lower aspects of yourself are moving out of that. Your higher self is moving out of gratitude, being grateful for the thing that you already have. If you're manifesting it, act as if you already have it. People say that, but let's get deeper into why you need to act like you already have it. It's because your highest version of yourself already has that thing. So when you act in the frequency that you already have it, it attracts you a lot more faster. And so healing yourself is a crucial part for both sides, both genders, for everybody, whether what gender you reside in, no matter what you identify as. Healing is a universal thing. Healing is for everybody. But especially if you want to manifest in a more effortless way, you need to know what frequency you have to get on first before you attract whatever it is you want to attract. The third step is to receive. As a woman, you have the capacity to tune in to your higher self, your intuition, your goddess self, or whatever you would like to call this part, and receive all the vision, inspiration, and guidance you need for your life and your purpose. Your soul knows exactly why you are here, and once you tap into this, things will flow. You also need to know how to receive from life. It's only our minds that see scarcity when there is limitless abundance. Open your heart to receive your vision from within, all the love and resources, and watch miracles unfold. Open yourself up to a more receptive energy. How could you want to attract something when you're not open to receiving? It's like you're asking the universe to give you something, but your hand is closed. And so the universe is like, how can I give this to you when your hand is closed? And a lot of times too, we don't realize that our hand is closed because we're so used to it being closed that we need to start to slowly heal ourselves to open our hand. Because for some people, it's really hard to say yes. It's so hard for them to receive things from people because, you know, you might feel more masculine and feel like, no, I don't need your help. I can do this by myself. I don't want help from others. I don't want to depend on others. I don't feel comfortable saying yes to that, or I don't feel comfortable with you giving me this. That's a masculine energy. And so receiving is more feminine, and receiving is hard for a lot of people because a lot of people fear that with receiving something comes an act behind that. Like, kind of like, it's like some people might ask a question like, okay, why are you giving me this? Like, what's the catch? And a lot of times too, there is no catch. The catch was you tuning into that frequency of abundance and of receptive energy. And so the universe is rewarding you. I feel like a lot of times we might think that there's a motive behind why someone is giving us set thing. And a lot of times too, it's the universe unfolding abundance for you. And so the universe will test you sometimes through an individual to see if you are open to receiving anything. Receiving whatever it is to get you to your closest version of yourself to manifest your dreams. The universe might send you somebody, and it might be an opportunity that will lead you closer to your manifestation. And let's say you didn't want to receive whatever it is from that person to get you to that X goal or your X manifestation. Well, you just stopped yourself from attracting what it is that you wanted. So now that you might feel you're in an energy of resistance, the universe is showing you through somebody else that since you said no, or since you had your hand closed, you couldn't catch the opportunity. And so allowing ourselves to open up a lot more and be able to be receptive in life is very important. Not everything has to have a alternative motive behind it, and not everybody has bad intentions. The fourth step would be to allow. Allowing means stepping aside and trusting life to look after you. Have you noticed how the aspects of your life that you most stress over and try to control are the ones that just don't flow? Take note of what you're stressing over and trying to control, or what gives you fear. Then take a step back, take your guidance from nature. Make it a practice to step back and surrender aspects of your life that you think you need to control. Watch as these aspects begin to unfold so much gracefully, and as answers and solutions turn up in an unexpected way. Allowing things to happen for you and not to you. Not trying to control the outcome, but just finding peace and joy within the journey. For you to manifest through your feminine energy, you need to be connected to the right people, circumstances, and opportunity. Just like any living being needs to be in the right place within its ecosystem to thrive. You need to be embedded in the right community of souls, in the right place at the right time for your soul to flourish. The more you allow life to happen, the more these people and events show up in wonderful and synchronized way. A simple prayer can open up the way. Ask the right people, events, and opportunities to be created for you to take you on your highest path. Sometimes you have to say no to certain people and yes to others. Know what kind of crowd you're trying to attract. Know what crowd is for you and what crowd is not for you. Knowing who you need to hang around with and who you don't need to hang around. But to do that, you have to know thyself first. And once you know thyself, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, and you built a relationship with yourself. Now that you've done that, who is your crowd? What does your crowd look like? What kind of people do you want to be around? Are you a creative? Do you want to be around people who are more creative? Are you intellectual? Do you want to be around people who are more intellectual? Are you both? A creative intellectual? Do you want to be around people who do both? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you want to be around people who have their own business? So I said this to myself yesterday. So I was relating it to not putting all my eggs in one basket. I was saying how I like 4 colors, right? Pink, purple, green, and black. And let's say that I have my eggs in all these different baskets, but all these baskets align with who I am, right? Like some people might like 2 colors, 1 color, I like 4. And let's say that one basket is pink, one basket is purple, one basket is green, one basket is black. And they all have certain aspects of what I want to do in life, right? I have my eggs not just in one basket, but I have my eggs evenly distributed in all these baskets. But let's say there's an orange basket, and let's say orange basket is like corporate. And I know that the type of person that I'm not a fan of corporate, right? And let's say that there's an orange basket with one egg in there. For me, it's like, why would I put my egg in the orange basket if I know that I don't like the color orange? So instead of me investing my time and energy into something that I don't want to attract, put focus and time and energy into things that you do want to attract. And it can be different from you. You might like the color yellow and green. Yellow might be community and friendship, and then green might be making music, an artist, right? And let's say you have 5 eggs. Try to put majority of your eggs into the baskets that you want to attract, and less eggs into a basket that you don't want to really attract. You know what I mean? That's kind of what my mind came up with to simplify what it is that you want to do in life and how you want to go about that in a set way. And then we're going to get into collaborate. Feminine manifestation is all about collaboration. There is absolutely no need for competition. Each of us is unique and the best and most brilliant and in fact only version of ourselves. No one can do what we can do. No one can be what we are. This knowing opens us up to the way of lovingly collaborating and sharing ourselves with others, trusting that each person will light up their gifts and strengths in their own way that is for their highest good of all. Collaborate fearlessly, shining your light and sharing your gifts with other people who co-create through integrity and love. There is no need to be in competition with anybody, especially us as feminine energy. This whole toxic femininity where we feel like we have to one-up each other, even in just society alone, is unnecessary as a feminine divine being, as a being, period. Especially if you're a spiritual, developed being, you know that there's no necessity, there's no need to be in competition with others. There can be 3 people who do the same thing. They're all writers. They all write books. Although they all chose to be writers, they all write books in a different way that complements their writing technique more. So no matter what you choose to do in life, like for instance, YouTube, right? I'm a YouTuber, right? But the way that I create my videos, no matter who I get inspiration from, and I get inspiration from a lot of different creators out there, a lot of different YouTubers who I get inspiration from, right? But no matter how much I try to create a video just like them, my video is always going to come out my own way because I have my own editing technique. I have my own editing skill, my editing software, my own filming devices that I use. I use my computer, I use a camera. So no matter how many YouTubers there are out there, every YouTuber has their own unique way of creating that content, creating whatever genre, whatever niche they have. They still create it in their own way. There's so many people in the spiritual development, manifestation community on YouTube, but all of them speak about the same topics in their own way that other individuals can understand. And we all create our videos and our content in a different way. So we can all talk about feminine energy, but the way I'm speaking about feminine energy might resonate with your mindset more than somebody else's. So you still cater to a certain select group of people. Now we all might share the same subscribers because they're into, we all talk about the same topic, but we all describe it in different ways. And so that's a way of how collaborating with people. Don't be scared to show up as yourself, even if you feel like even if you feel like the topic or the niche is oversaturated. It'll never be oversaturated because no matter what, you still are your own unique design. And the last one, give. The nature of woman and the creator goddess is all above to give. She gives gracefully, effortlessly, and joyfully. She has so much internal love, power, and mojo. There is no need to worry about what she will get back because she already is an expert at receiving. She knows that there is enough for her, as much more besides. As you create in the world, be prepared to give unconditionally to those you wish to serve. When you realize that being genuine in service is actually the most effective route to success, abundance, and happiness, you will place no limit on what you've prepared to give. And for me, that's this YouTube channel. Like, no matter how many people subscribe, how many views I get, I always know that my intentions behind each and every video is pure, but also healing. And I always ask myself, you know, what do you want people to feel when they come to your YouTube channel? And I saw another person do a video on what he wanted his channel to feel like. And it was a good idea because it's like, okay, you have to be intentional with each video that you make, Shanique. So what do you want people to feel like when they watch your videos? And I want you to feel like we're on a spiritual retreat in a whole different universe. And the reason why I chose a spiritual retreat in a whole different universe, we're not even on planet Earth, is because whenever you come back from a spiritual retreat, you're not the same person. I want you to leave my videos not thinking the same way you thought before watching my videos. I want you to leave my videos with some type of insight or knowledge or wisdom to use throughout your life and to use throughout your daily life, to use throughout your daily life in your journey. So whenever you leave my videos, I want you to feel more uplifted, more powerful, and a bit more wise, because life can get tough, but I want us to have golden nuggets to make life more simplified, because life does not have to be complicated. And so that's my intentions. Every time I cut on this camera, every time I come on here and film a video, I do research and I use it throughout my daily life, and I share it with others. But the way I might share it to you, you might be able to instantly pick up on it, because I might describe things in a certain way that a lot of people can understand. You know, I might communicate in a way that resonates with a lot of people. Why am I making this video? I'm making this video to reach individuals who might need to hear some words that resonate with their soul, to activate an energy and a frequency within them, to tap into their more feminine energy and be able to manifest whatever it is that you might feel resistance at. You know, it's something that's so simple, but like, it's so powerful. And I'm just like, where have I been? What have I been doing? You know, but I'm not mad at myself because I'm here. So yeah.